Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode. We're going to be reviewing Nightwing 100 with this, not quite wraparound cover, but it is got the number on the back, and this is just the cover A. Super awesome, too. Look at all the different DC characters they have going on. It's something kind of like that happens. A lot of DC characters show up to help Nightwing. So before we get dived into that, I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1 variant. All you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll give you a chance to win. Now, as always, we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Nightwing number 100, that's your warning. And next up, we always shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic, right, guys? So on this issue of Nightwing, we have Tom Taylor as the writer, Bruno Redondo is doing the art, as well as Scott McDaniel, Rick Leonardi, Eddie Barrows, Javier Fernandez, Mikel Janin, and then inks with Carl Story, Eber Fiera, Caio Felipe, Joe Prado, and Rick Leonardi. Adriano Lucas is doing the colors, and Wes Abbott is doing the letters. And that is a lot of different people working on this book. But it turns out really well for me. I actually honestly didn't notice and thought Bruno did most of it. Though there was a couple spots I was like, that's a little scratchy. It's not quite Bruno. Thinking back, I'm like, was that Rick? I bet it was. I didn't notice that at first. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get dived into this super awesome issue. It's a double-sized issue, and it is a bit higher priced. It was $6.99, so it's a little bit more, but it's double-sized. So I'll try to breeze through it, and I can't read too much because I don't want to make the episode too long. So basically, we start with this new bad guy, Heartless, here, and he shows up to Bloodhaven prison and basically just starts attacking the place, and all heck breaks loose. He does a really good job of attacking the place, and he lets all the prisoners go. Then all the prisoners get out in the streets of Bloodhaven, and they're causing rampage, right? Not only has he released all the prisoners from their jail cells, but he's also released some big names, most notably KG Beast, and a big guy that they call the Elephant Man. And you're probably gonna be like, what? So I have to show him to you so you can see. So they release this guy, the Elephant Man, and he goes flying out there. It's kind of reminds me of Rhino, sort of, just a big hulking brute. And so, Nightwing's noticing that this is going on, and it's time to jump to action, right? And as I turn the page here, and for a couple pages, I'm gonna show you guys. I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" So it starts with this right here, kind of a little bit of a Nightwing in his head, thinking about how his friends always catch him and he's thinking about how he used to be the acrobatic performer, and then we get all these. This is probably the different artists as well, is what I'm assuming. So we get original Nightwing in this big splash page, and then we get today's Bruno Redondo Nightwing. Actually, no, that looks like more of a '90s Nightwing going on right there. And then I I was like, holy cow! And then we get this one when he was when I think they were just calling him Grayson, honestly. And then is this the we get this one. It's what I was like when I started scrolling these. I was like, okay, that's well worth it. That's well worth the extra couple bucks just for these awesome spreads. And it's kind of an homage to the character, and that he's actually hit 100 issues in his solo series is really impressive, honestly. As just starting off, I mean, I know it's Robin, basically, right, guys? So then we get this scene where when he does finally show up on the scene to start trying to defend and help, he actually talks the prisoners into joining his side by telling them how uh, some of the things that Heartless has done, right? And like, this is the guy you're working for. Are you sure this is really who you want to work for? And some of them switch sides, some of them don't. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, I don't want to have to beat up the people that are on my side, right? And then the Titans show up. Like I said, hey, I was like, people do show up. So the Titans show up because there's lots of bad people about, and we get this super awesome page here too. Another full page spread with Nightwing going off with his companions, and then they kind of split teams, right? And so one team goes and they totally take out the Elephant Man, as you can see there, and Cyborg's like, and stay down after Beast. I think that pretty sure that's his name. After he had turned into a big green elephant and kind of headbutted him. Pretty sure if you saw the panel, rewind a little bit, you can pause and see. And so we see Nightwing is like, all right, my plan in this is to go for Heartless. I'm going for Heartless. So he's on his way to Heartless, but he ends up running into KG Beast, who that's kind of why Heartless released KG Beast. He was like, take out Nightwing. Nightwing will come for me. And I've shown so many panels in this one, but it's a double size, so there's I can show some extra ones, and it's just a lot of amazing art going on. So that's the part of the battle with KG Beast. The battle with KG Beast continues for a little bit, and KG Beast has actually dislocated Nightwing's arm. It's kind of not looking good, but up in show the Teen Titans, and they help kind of take KG Beast down, right? And one of the Teen Titans resets Nightwing's arm, and then this is where the story gets interesting. Is Wonder Woman and Superman show up and offer their assistance, and Nightwing's like, it's okay, I think we got everything under control at about this point, right? But they're like, okay, well, we actually have some other business to attend to. And he's like, oh, okay, sure. And as we can see here, they end up taking him to the remains of the Justice League headquarters. And long story short, guys, they offer him to be the leader of the new Justice League, kind of saying, like, while they're gone, determining what the Justice League will be in the future, they want him to lead, right? And then we go to this really great conversation between Nightwing, Grayson, and Batman, Bruce Wayne. And I gotta read this because it's really good. So Batman's like, in light of the situation, he says it's a big ask, and Grayson says that's an understatement. And Bruce says, we wouldn't be asking if we didn't think it's what's best. Grayson replies, I'm not saying no, I just worry about Bloodhaven. Bruce says, with the Justice League disbanded, the world needs a leader like you. And Dick says, we haven't visited him together. Bruce says no, as we see there at Alfred Pennyworth's grave. Batman says, but I know when Alfred died, we lost something between us. He kept the lines of communication open. Dick says, he certainly made things easier. As Bruce replies, he managed to convey all the things I left unsaid. Grayson says, yeah. What would Alfred have said for you now? As we see Bruce pulls the mask off, looks somber, and replies, Alfred would have said that you saved me. Before you, every hit was a little harder. I know what Batman could have turned into without you. I know what could have consumed me if you weren't in my life. Dick says, no, you don't. You've always been a good judge of human nature, except for your own. You're a good man. You would have been fine, Bruce. Bruce replies, there it is. The way you look for the best in everyone. The way you seek to help before you seek to punish. This is why we want you to lead. Alfred would have told you that I am inspired by you. He would have told you that I am so proud my son has grown to be the best of us. I'm sorry if you ever thought differently. I'm sorry if I failed you. I'm sorry for every time I tried to push you away because of my own. And as we see, before he can finish the sentence, Dick just gives him a giant hug and says, you never failed me. You were young, you were driven, you were grieving, and you put all that aside to take in a kid who lost everything in an instant. You didn't have to do that. You could have turned your back on me. Bruce says, no, I couldn't. Dick replies, no, you couldn't. And I've tried to repay that kindness every day of my life since. If I'm going to lead, I'm going to need your guidance more than ever. I mean it. I'm going to be bugging you a lot. As Bruce says, I'll be here for whatever you need. Dick says, I know you will. I love you, Dad. And then we get Grayson and some of his friends and the new mayor of Bloodhaven are kind of visiting the scene of the broken and destroyed prison, right? And Dick decides that he's going to use the fund from Alfred to purchase that and rebuild it as something, right? And they kind of leave us on a cliffhanger, not letting us know what he's going to pick or what he's going to make there. And then it says a month later, and Dick's out giving a speech that's pretty good too. But the big reveal at the end here is that the the Bloodhaven prison has been rebuilt into a brand new Teen Titans tower, which if we saw in some of the other DC stuff that's been going on, the Teen Titans lost their tower and a lot of bad stuff's been going down over there for them, right? So yeah, I guess they're moving the Teen Titans tower to Bloodhaven because Nightwing, I don't know, the end kind of, it's like leading into what's some new stuff. Other than that though, like, this was actually a really fun issue. There's just a lot of amazing art, a lot of homages for longtime Nightwing fans. It's you get a lot of side characters coming in, and I don't know if Dick Grayson fully gets to shine as the complete hero of the day. He shares the spotlight with lots of other heroes for saving the day, right? But what's important is that the story was always around him, and it felt very grounded. And what really kind of hit home for me and made this issue, honestly, was not just those amazing homage full page spreads that they had, which those are amazing. But what really made this a solid recommend for me this week is the conversation there between Dick and Bruce. It felt very earned, and I, it welled me up a little bit inside having kids myself, and yeah, it was just, that father son relationship, and I thought it was well written, and I enjoyed it. And one of the things too that's hard is that, and why it worked is that Bruce is such a closed off, hard to talk to, doesn't want to open up to people individual, right? That's just his human nature. And so it worked that he struggled with saying what he wanted to say to his son, and that it would help him to kind of put himself in Alfred's shoes. um and I thought that was poignant. Man, makes you really miss Alfred. But hey, guys, that's what I have today. Nightwing 100 gets a thumbs up. It's a super fun issue. You get a bunch of cool full page spreads and this super awesome cover. There's a bunch of other cool covers out there, guys, too. That's what I have. Remember, if you like this kind of content, you watch this far into the video, hit the like, comment, subscribe. Helps the algorithm. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.